Hi everyone. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I've decided to start doing some art journaling. Don't worry if you like the walkthroughs that I do with different tutorials, I'll still be doing those. But I needed more accountability, more motivation to get me back to my painting because admittedly this past week and a half, procrastination, anxiety, depression just got the better of me. I had a lot going on my plate, and the weird thing is that even when you love something, even when it's your escape and it's so much fun and it's even kind of your own personal therapy, the longer you've put something down, it's so hard to get back to it. It just seems so daunting to get back to it. So I decided that I like having deadlines. I like a little more personal accountability. So I'm going to be doing some art journals that I want to share with you guys, and it just reminded me that I just want to be real with you, and I hope that you get to know me more through this. I get to know you more through comments, so feel free to share. I'm going to be doing an art journal a little bit differently. I had this roll of canvas from a past sewing project and I just went ahead and primed it, so I'm going to be doing more of an art scroll, I guess, which is fun. I like the idea of that, obviously, because I'm doing it, so So I just want to chat with you guys today as I create something that the biggest low pressure thing for me was finger painting. When is the last time that you finger painted? It is so much fun because just the absolute feel of, you can tell this guy, I've done this before. He's got all sorts of paint on him already. But I just love the actual tactile feel of paints. These are just some cheap acrylics. And I'm not even using a palette. I'm just squeezing it onto my finger because I can. And it's just a reminder, I have just got them put in baskets beside what I'm doing today. I don't promise that the end result is going to be pretty. It's just going to be exactly what it needs to be. And I am good with that. So just a reminder, to get back to things, part of it is that you have to set yourself up for success. Make your supplies. I know not everyone can have an actual dedicated art space where you can just have them set up all the time. That's the ideal. But if you can't do that, then definitely find a way to make your box of art supplies, it could be just a cheap shoebox. It's whatever you have on hand, whatever works for you. Make it easy, make it accessible to be able to pull out that box, set it up. Maybe, before each session or even when you're not gonna do art, paste a piece of paper or canvas or whatever and just have it prepped and ready to go. Because you love doing something doesn't mean that you'll make yourself make time for it. And you know what? This may not be the most efficient way to get the effect that I'm going for, I guess, but I like it. I like feeling my own fingers pushing the paint around the page and just the variables that gives me. While I'm being real with you guys, I just want to touch on the fact that, we live in a really beautiful world in that mental illness is talked about a lot more. There's still definitely a stigma, I would say. But I also want to say that I feel like one of the harsh realities that we also need to accept is that, especially in the artistic community, I feel like sometimes we idealize, the mental illness, the personal struggle, because we think that you can't be great without it. And here's the thing. While art is an expression of who you are, and I believe that art is beautiful therapy, even for yourself, even if you just, Even if you can't go to a therapist and it's just something that you do in your own time and it makes you feel better. I think that's a really beautiful thing, and it allows you to give your own unique perspective on the world. But you want to be careful in that you don't just romanticize it and think that you want to stay this tortured soul to be able to do great art. Because here's the thing. All of those things you feel, all of those experiences you've been through, yes, channel those into your art. That's so great. And that's what's going to give you, some of a unique voice. But depression, anxiety, being bipolar, any number of mental illnesses, they're not there to help you. You know what I mean? They're not there trying to make you better. They are simply there to hinder you in life, and there's something to work past. Your depression isn't going to make you get out of bed and make some art. It's just not. Don't romanticize it like that. Your depression is going to keep you landlocked in your bed. And just like I kind of did, it's the monster that makes you tell yourself, oh, I need a little bit more sleep. That's completely fine. It's the monster that convinces yourself that what you're doing is self-care and it's good for you. But it's not. It's a detriment. You're not moving forward. Even with art, it's not going to move you forward. It's going to move you backwards. It's the actual self-care of those days that you can get up. And I know it's not every day. I'm not dismissing whatever you are going through. I'm just saying be careful of romanticizing it, because the ones that are going to make you actually make art, that are going to make you practice, that make you get better and find your unique voice and actually get very skilled at what you do, that is determination. And that's whether that's hopefully a really great support network. And that's really part of what I wanted to do here with any of my art videos, was to encourage you to get up and do something, even if it's not beautiful. This is not coming out great right now, but it's fun. And I like the colors. So never forget that your mental illness is never your art. You are your art. You're the only one that can make it. So don't fall down that rabbit hole. Don't let yourself be bamboozled by your own head telling you that this is how you're moving forward. You can do better. I know you can. And it's worth it. See, that's the type of low pressure that I'm talking about. Is I am not trying to make anything right now. I am just pushing paint around on the page, in this case canvas, scroll, because it feels good. Because this is what I want. I'm not trying to sell it to anybody. I don't need anybody to like it. It's just for me. And that's what I want my art journal to be. It's something that I know that I can just love. And as we all know, when you're putting art on the page, you're putting part of yourself on the page. And so in that way, if you can find a way to love your art, then it's a really beautiful form of self-love. So the only thing making me sad about this painting right now is that I want red. It is easily my favorite color, and that's why I did not have it readily available in my little buckets here, because I use a lot of it. But I want it in here. I am telling you, if you have not finger painted in a long time, gotta do it. You just have to. There is nothing like the feel of paint on your hands. I love it. Absolutely love it. And it's a good excuse if you have kids, then get it out. Get some, toxic free, very safe paints and paint with your kids. Pull them into the project. And if you don't have kids, that's completely fine too. I don't. I have 100% gone over to an awesome friend's house and we literally just pulled out paints and played with paint. So if you have not had those friend dates yet, do that. It's so awesome. Maybe I'll do a video on that one of these times. I'll get some people to paint with me and we'll just do something fun. Oh yeah, here, see, there is the red. I think artistically it might have been better before the red. But I love red. And this is for me. So I'm putting red in here. Well, that is what I ended up with. Little self-assessment of it, there's probably several places that I could have stopped messing with this and actually had a pretty nice little sort of abstract painting going on, but I just kept wanting to add more color and wanting to rework things. This is not at all what I thought I was going to paint. But it felt really good just to work on the page, and I think that just tells me I just am a little overwhelmed lately with everything. So take a step back, be kind to yourself, find a way to make what you want to do in life easier. It's not always about giving up things. I feel like that's everybody's first solution is, well, if you're that overwhelmed, then you need to give up. And that's not the case. If you're that overwhelmed, but there are things that you're really passionate about, things that you really want to do, then it's like where I was talking about that take the time to fight for that time to set yourself up for success, whether it's making lists, whether it's figuring out your own personal little art box and art journal, something that makes what you want to have in your life easier to have, rather than just saying, I guess I don't have time for that right now. So, thank you for joining me today. I hope that you'll stay along for the journey. Can't wait to see you next time. Bye.